Bonjour, my darlings. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. We got our cup of coffee. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And yes, another not today. And yes, a lot of days are not today's these days. And yes, y'all, I saw the bagpipes. A bunch of y'all were in the comments going, "Did you see the bagpipe?" I heard them drowning him out. It was great. It was great. It was fantastic. Scotland knows how to do it. Okay, USA Today, did you see the bit that they came out talking about his public mental decline in verbiage that needs to be used when talking about him or this regime? People are not a fan of their constant censorship. They need bias monitors for his feelings alone at CBS and Paramount. Again, these are the "we hate cancel culture, free speech" people that are cheering this guy who's like, "No, I want to cancel The View. I want to cancel Jon Stewart. I want to cancel everyone and make sure that all of these networks get sold to my friends." You're just like, again, also Susan in Iowa can go owning libs. All right, I shared on my other socials a snippet of one of the PDFery people talking about how it's fine if someone does that to their kids as long as they get to own the libs. And darling, that's why they're the bad people, and that's why we're not letting them feel comfortable. Okay, whether or not they're the ones that would do it, the fact that there's a bunch of people openly saying, "No, I don't draw the line there either. There's no bottom for me. I will absolutely turn the other way if someone I like does something awful to one of my own kids. That's fine as long as there's a lib that's been owned somewhere." Pay attention. All right? Because those are the ones that are going to try to slither and go, "I didn't know. I was tricked. I just wanted cheap eggs and cheap cheese." No, 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 no. No. Okay? Pay attention. Silver lining is watching the amount of them crawl out of the woodworks and out of the pews and pulpits they've been hiding in to go, "Why, guys? Is anything really wrong with PDFery?" You know? Plus, he said he didn't have the privilege of ever going there. I mean, he also said it doesn't exist. And he also says that he means didn't definitely see Clinton there himself. He can't decide if he remembers that or not. And yeah, it's starting to come out in the papers. Finally, not that I give mainstream too much credit these days. The privilege. Sorry. Okay. This dude wanting starving children that we are exterminating like roaches to thank him for it after he gave money to a fund that Izzy keeps. So that's the money he was talking about when he said, "We sent food and they didn't say thank you." He gave money that Izzy kept for themselves and is counting that as food aid that the people we're paying to exterminate should thank him for, because again, that's their culture. No more "I'm shocked and surprised." This is it. Laid bare. This ugliness, that is the culture that we have all seen, that we've been talking about our whole lives, that everyone else told us wasn't real. We're just playing victim. And when I say everyone else, that includes the Latinos and the Asians who are like, "I don't think blacks are being profiled because it's not happening to me, a Latino or an Asian." And now it's them too. And they're going, "Oh." It's not funny. It's not funny. All right. Speaking of not funny, the Gestapo, who always shoot for low-hanging fruit, what are they doing? They're raiding homeless centers. Okay. So they're going to places where homeless people are already housed and fine so they can relocate them to a detainment camp where taxpayer funds will pay one of Stinky Pants' friends to hold them hostage there. That is what this is. Okay, this is a grift where they're just using Americans to put them into camps so that we're paying to keep them there, and those J6ers that they let loose, all those people hopped up on meth, all those people with convictions that are now getting paid six figures to just act out their cruelest, nastiest fantasies. Again, this is their culture. Did you know the Gestapo lied? Well, we know that, but in LA, they were lying on their paperwork, saying that they were attacked when they weren't, or saying somebody pushed them when it was in fact them being the agitator. You know, because we have video now, it's 2025, so they can't just go up there and lie because someone can go, "Actually, it was you." That's happening in LA. I don't know if you heard in Alaska, a man, they called him the Alaskan Avenger. He's doing the job that the regime is trying to protect, and all the PDF people in pulpits and pews. He was taking the list of offenders and finding them and taking them out, and he just got sentenced for that with a smile on his face. With a smile on his face. And our government isn't doing that. The Blue Bacon isn't doing that. Okay, no, the Gestapo not doing that. You know who's doing that? Average, regular citizens, and they're going to jail for defending us and protecting us from the actual criminals, while our regime brings criminals in and then criminalizes homeless people or people who speak Spanish. Speaking of the Alaskan Avenger, in Florida, a man was arrested for breaking people out of the camp. You know, the camp I'm not going to say the word of. And again, reminding y'all that there are hundreds of these facilities. It's not just the alligator one over there. They are using the basements of federal buildings. They're using empty buildings. They're using anything they can to stuff them full with people so we can pay for that. Just waiting for the rest of the folks to stop being shocked and go, oh, shocked, sorry, and go, all right, yeah, this, I can see that this is the actual culture that all of the people have been talking about, and it's my job to step up and do something and make sure the other folks aren't comfortable. We're not giving them safe spaces to continue going, oh no, this is not what I asked for, I was tricked. Bad dog Susan, remember?